Good morning, everyone. You look amazing, by the way, from here. I want to thank you all for being here. My name is Margarita Rios, and I'm the mayor here in the city of Norwalk. It is my honor and pleasure to serve as the Master of Ceremonies today, as we will be sharing our accomplishments as well as exciting projects and programs that lie ahead. Our event would not be possible without the help of and host of our Norwalk Community Coordinating Council. Let's give them a round of applause. The Community Coordinating Council continuously demonstrates their support for the city by hosting events such as this one today and many others. Serving as president of the Community Coordinating Council, I would now like to introduce Gordon Stephenhagen. Gordon has been an established presence in the community, having served 18 years on the city council and 4 of them as mayor. In addition, he is a board member for the Norwalk Chamber of Commerce. All right, shout out. I'm giving you guys a shout out, Norwalk Chamber. And member of the Friends of the Norwalk Libraries. Please give a warm welcome to Gordon Stephenhagen.
Well, thank you, Mayor. I really appreciate it. And thank all of you for being here today. The point of information, this is the largest crowd we've ever had at a State of the City luncheon. Okay, so give yourselves a hand. Thank you. So today we're going to give you an update on the overall health of our fine city. And we are certainly honored, the Coordinating Council, to be partner with the City of Norwalk. We thank the City Council for allowing us to host this program as a main fundraiser for our group. And also like to thank all the generous sponsors. So many of you have supported this event year after year after year, and I really, really appreciate it. It's just nice to see that we can use this to raise money we put back into the city. The second page of the program, you'll see that we put back almost $21,000 last year, and I'm hoping to make it more this year. So we do appreciate that happening, and we look forward to doing more. You know, we do a lot with student scholarships. We have a great program for veteran scholarships at Cerritos College. So we're real excited about that. So today, at all these events, we pick 1 or 2 groups or 3 groups to raise money for out of this luncheon. So today, we're hoping to raise $5,000 to be split between 2 outstanding groups, Kingdom Causes Bellflower and Sue Casa. Kingdom Causes Bellflower has worked many years with the City Services Social Services Department to solve homeless issues. And I think we all know the homeless issue is vital, very, very important, more so than ever in the past years. In 2019, Kingdom Causes placed 27 Norwalk homeless neighbors into permanent housing. Isn't that great, huh? So we hope the funds from today's event will help Kingdom Causes continue their good work of helping find homes and support services. So I'd like to, Becky, you in the room with Kingdom Causes, you guys here? Okay. So over here we have Becky Vanderies, Director of Housing Programs and Staff. You guys stand up over there. Kingdom Causes, come on. Thank you very much. Sue Casa, excellent reputation providing services to families coping with domestic violence. Last year, Sue Casa received 2,212 calls to their hotline and provided shelter and domestic violence services to 225 clients. Of those calls, over 60 came from the City of Norwalk. So they provide domestic violence counseling at the Norwalk Social Services Center on Alondra Boulevard and serve clients on a walk-in or appointment basis. So keep that in mind. If you know somebody needs some help, a lady needs some help, call Social Services, Gabriella and the staff over there will set up something, and Sue Casa will come on site to help those individuals. So I'd like to introduce the Director of Development and Community Outreach, Dean Lockwood, and his staff from Sue Casa. Stand up, Dean. And Sue Casa has expanded quite a bit into the housing area too, and so they're helping a lot of people with that area. So anyhow, so thank you all again very, very much. If we make more than $5,000 today, we possibly look at giving these two groups some more money than $2,500 each. It just depends how things go, but we're excited about the crowd, about the turnout, and a special thank you to the Doubletree, who just bent over backwards on this whole program to make things happen. So we really do appreciate it. So thank you again, and let's welcome back Mayor Rios.
As many of you may know or already know, we lost a good friend and a member of the Norwalk family. Kevin Gano passed on February 2nd. Kevin dedicated his life to this community and its goal for safety. I'm dedicating on my behalf, on behalf of the councils and the entire city, this event to Kevin Gano. He definitely left us a legacy to follow and a guide. Let us observe a moment of silence on behalf of Kevin Gano. Thank you. You may be seated. Kevin Gano was a pioneer. He founded the Norwalk Public Safety Department and our successful programming. Let us pay tribute to him and look at his courage and dedication and leadership throughout the years by this video collage presentation. To kick off our speakers, I would like to call forward Karen Spilsbury, Executive Director of the Norwalk Chamber of Commerce. Karen.
First, I'd like to thank the Norwalk Community Coordinating Council and the City of Norwalk for working together to put on an amazing State of the City lunch. Let's give them both a big round of applause. I want to tell you that we have been serving the Norwalk business community since April 1st, 1923. That is almost 100 years in Norwalk. The Chamber's been instrumental in many keystone events that have happened in this city, from the incorporation in 1957 to continually striving to support new businesses as they come into the community today. We get involved in supporting economic development, infrastructure, and many other things. Our mission as a chamber is to promote a profitable business environment that produces a quality lifestyle in Norwalk. So, who are we? As you can see from the slide, we are both small and mid-sized businesses. We're individual business entrepreneurs. We're Fortune 500 companies. We're local nonprofit organizations, and we are also community members. We represent over 200 businesses in Norwalk with over 9,500 employees. That's a big chunk of this community, so we have a voice to support economic development. And what are some of the things that we've done? Well, we serve as a voice of advocacy. We're part of the Gateway Chambers Alliance, which is 12 local chambers of commerce. One of our partners is here in the room today, Kathy Fink from Santa Fe Springs. Kathy, raise your hand. Former partner, Scott Smith from Cerritos, former partner, who help us advocate for local business, for smart business laws. But beyond business laws, we also get involved in local control issues. So we oppose SB 50, which many of you may not know what SB 50 is, but it was a legislative issue that was going to take away local control from our city government. And we came out as a voice against that. And luckily, at this point in time, it failed. Yay for local control. We also support federal infrastructure reform, and we support maintaining local control of our energy solutions. How many of you like to cook with gas? Raise your hand. How many of you like to flip your lights on with electricity? Raise your hand. I want to keep both. I know our state is sometimes not cognizant of the fact that we want both options. So we want local control of those options. We also promote women in leadership. Our inaugural Women in Leadership brunch was last year. We had some amazing leaders speak. One of them was former Mayor Jennifer Perez. And we look forward to our next event that's coming in the end of May. We don't have the exact date yet, but we'll let you know. We do community outreach through our partnership with the Norwalk Education Alliance, which consists of City of Norwalk, Cerritos College, Norwalk La Mirada Unified School District, Santa Fe High School, Celica Workforce Development Board, and our Chamber of Commerce. We work together to help promote higher educational opportunities in the community. In fact, we most recently did our mock interviews. A number of you were there helping with that event, where we bring high school students in to have an actual practice job interview. And most of them walk away feeling like they are now ready to actually go out and apply for a job. Those are your future workers and your future leaders. So we're excited to be a part of that partnership and to bring that together for them. And economic development, where we make the biggest impact, is in your sales tax dollars. How many of you know that Norwalk is a low-no property tax city? That speaks volumes. That means the city gets very little money back from the county and the state from property taxes. And we also get very little money back from the sales tax dollars. But the bit that we do get back helps the city put on the amazing events that they provide here in Norwalk. So we want you to remember that. We'll talk about that later. We partner with other organizations. The Small Business Development Center is an organization from the SBA that provides free business counseling for new and current businesses. They will come out and work with the business owner or a new startup on developing your social media, website, business plans, financing, and many other things. They are there to support our local businesses. We are able to connect you to our local, county, state, and national elected officials. Many of their representatives are here in the room today, and we work closely with all of them so that we're able to, again, speak to them about the importance of good business legislation and strong support for our communities. We provide multi-chamber events. We just had a great networking lunch with the Paramount Chamber at one of our members, Frantone's. It was well attended by over 60 people. Our members and their members got to connect and build those business connections so that they can hopefully grow their business and expand their network. Our connections and partnerships, as we said, Norwalk Recreation and Park Services. Let's give a shout out to them. Where are they? Bill Kern and his staff. They are amazing. Every year we work with them on summer concerts, National Night Out, and so many other activities in the community. and their undying support for our partnership is wonderful. National Night Out is always a big hit. August 5th, right, Bill? August 5th, this summer is National Night Out, so be sure and look for it. Summer concert series. I mentioned the mock interviews. Uh-oh, did I turn it off? See, I did this last time. Student scholarships that are provided through Athens Services. Athens table, where are you? Right here. You can cheer. You're at their table. Athens Services provides student scholarships. The scholarship window is open right now, so if you know any high school students that live in Norwalk, they're taking applications through April 2nd. These are $1,000 scholarships for environmentally headed seniors that want to get involved in some kind of environmental services. So encourage them to go to the website and look at those scholarships. We partner with the California Department of Tax and Fee Administration. This year we were able to provide a free business resource workshop in the council chambers at Norwalk City Hall through the help of staff. Thank you, Gina, wherever you might be sitting, for working with us on that. And look for a future nonprofit symposium. Our nonprofit organizations also need help and support in a different way. They don't receive business sales tax or anything like that, but they do need help. So we're putting together a nonprofit symposium to come in the summer to help our nonprofit organizations. And now, highlights of 2019. So 2019 was a big year. We had a lot of things going on. We partnered with 6 other chambers to put on a State of the State breakfast with our brand new state senator, Bob Archuleta. Our annual business expo, in conjunction with National Night Out, brought over 50 vendors to the community. It was our biggest ever, and every vendor was happy with the turnout of residents and supporters that came. Our State of the State luncheon, we partnered with another 7 chambers to bring our congresswoman here to this hotel. And last year, some of you might have noticed that she was laying on a couch giving her presentation. She believes so strongly in being here to meet people locally that even though she was going to have surgery, she came and had to be on a couch and met our people. We did our Paint the Town Pink campaign again in October. This is not just a breast cancer awareness campaign, but all cancers. As you heard earlier, we lost one of Norwalk's own to that disease this last month. And cancer affects all of us. So anything we can do to help with Relay for Life or Paint the Town Pink, we want to do. 10th annual Small Business Saturday. Shopping local, shopping in small businesses. Coming to the chamber and getting your free donuts and coffee and then going out and shopping local is always a fun event. And then ribbon cuttings and grand openings. There's been plenty of those. And we're very excited to have some of those new businesses in here today. We've got our grocery outlet owners over here. We've got Chick-fil-A over here. Small businesses coming to Norwalk. We are so excited to have them. And then I want to share with you some of the things coming up. Cerritos College, right now, there's some worry in the economy. If you're listening to the reports on the market, it's a scary time. Hopefully none of you have been to China recently. And so we want to better educate people about economic development. So we want to thank Cerritos College, Dr. Fierro, for bringing an economic development forum on March 6th. So thank you, and hopefully some of you can attend that. St. Patrick's Day, we're doing a multi-chamber mixer in Downey. On March 25th, a Wednesday, we'll be with Northgate Gonzalez Market doing a fun mixer of our own. And of course, our 7th annual 9-hole golf tournament on April 1st. And there's no fooling on that. We want you there. If you like to golf and have fun and enjoy the company of other like-minded individuals that support the community, talk to me afterwards. And on May 7th, here in this hotel is our Kaleidoscope 6-chamber mixer that's put on by our member, CAPC Incorporated. So we hope you all come for that. Save the date, June 24th, our 97th annual Installation Business Awards Luncheon. As I mentioned, August 5th, Business Expo. And there's a change on this last one. It's actually August 12th, our State of the Nation Luncheon with Congresswoman Linda Sanchez. Before I close, I just want to say a few more things. How many of you enjoy all of the activities that the City of Norwalk provides? Summer concerts, National Night Out, Snowfest, Halloween. We have our own social services department. We have a food pantry for the needy. We have an amazing senior center. We have strong public safety. and great relationships with our sheriff and our firefighters. These activities and resources are made possible by sales tax dollars that are spent in Norwalk. So my last tip that I want to leave with you, besides thanking you, is to remember to shop local. When you complain about Norwalk and you go to other cities, you're taking those resources somewhere else. Those resources aren't here anymore to support this community, to support the residents, to support the businesses. So I encourage you to think about that. Next time you want to eat out, go to Outback, go to Chick-fil-A, go to Panera Bread, go to IHOP, go somewhere local. When you want to get groceries, go to Grocery Outlet, go to Stater Brothers. Shop local, because that is what is going to continue to allow this city to provide the amazing resources they do, and it's going to continue to support our local businesses. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Karen, and the entire Chamber of Commerce for your support in our vision to secure diverse businesses in the city. Thank you so much. So now I'm going to ask that you help me welcome Captain James Tatro of the Norwalk Sheriff Station. Captain Tatro has served in the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department for 30 years. That's an impressive career. Before being promoted to sergeant in 2001, Captain Tatro served in the Pico Rivera and Norwalk Station, as well as the sheriff's headquarters. Captain Tatro's background also includes serving as watch commander for the Lakewood and San Dimas stations. He holds an associate's degree in administrative justice from Cerritos College. Woohoo, alumni, right here. Cerritos College, are you in the house? Cerritos College? All right. He also holds a bachelor's degree in criminal justice management from Union Institute and University. Please welcome Captain James Tatro.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. What a year. 2019 was a heck of a year, and I want to take a minute to thank some people. So I want to start with Kevin Gano, though, because Kevin did come back to the city out of retirement to help shape the future of public safety in Norwalk, and he became a great partner to the Sheriff's Department, and some of the things I'm going to talk about today over our accomplishments, what we've done together. So the people are the police are the people. It's true. It takes everyone, and this is a group effort. This doesn't happen by accident. This has been a great effort between the city, Mayor Rios' priority of public safety being number one. We appreciate that dedication and support. Norwalk Public Safety, they've been a great partner to us. They help us a lot, and it's nice to have them as partners because it's a team effort. And then, of course, we have the schools with Dr. Danielian and the school police chief, Elaine Williams. It's just a great partnership. And it can't be done without the community and the business owners. It cannot. It takes everybody to do it, and we need the help. And it's going to continue year after year. So get involved. You just can't report something once in a while or only when it affects you. We need you to call and bother us with that every single time, because that's our job, and that's what we get paid to do, is to do that stuff for you. So that's our pleasure, and we enjoy it. So let's see if I can get this going. All right, so as you can see, our arrests were above the department average, and not just above the department average, but they were up 19% over last year, and that's a big number, and those deputies are out there working hard, and I'm very proud of them for doing that. So that's a big number there. Our commendations were above department average. That's good for us again. Complaints were down significantly, and of the complaints, I can tell you that there were no patterns this year. We didn't have a particular deputy, for example. Most of the complaints, I'm happy to say, can be handled better if the deputy just takes a second to explain what's going on and explain themselves. That usually takes care of it. And we're trying. We're teaching them how to take that extra minute or two at the end of the contact to explain what just happened. And then you can see our calls for service. We're busy. We're one of the busiest stations in the county. The E, P, and R, those are emergency calls, priority calls, and routine calls, and that represents the minutes it takes us to get to those calls. That's well below the department threshold for those. And then you can see the citations and traffic collisions and the policing services. Every single year, we measure how well we do by Part 1 crimes. Part 1 crimes include the big ones: homicide, rape, arson, burglaries, robberies, grand theft auto, theft also. And every year, those numbers go up or down 1% or 2 or 3. On a big year, it might go up or down 6, 7%. Norwalk Station finished this past year with minus 16+% in the down direction. That's huge. That we had a down year the year before, now we have 16% reduction this year. And I can tell you, the men and women in Norwalk Station took Norwalk to second. Out of 23 patrol stations in the county, Norwalk Station had the second largest reduction in Part 1 crime for 2019. Thank you. And here are some of those numbers. The FBI measures these numbers. You can see where we are nationally, but aside from nationally, look where we are comparatively from where we were the years prior. Right around that 200 a quarter mark, and last year down to 187. That's a big, big drop. So there's a lot of stuff to do still. We're not going to sit on our laurels on that. We're going to continue to drive this number in the right direction, and it's continuing this year, but I'm happy with what I'm seeing so far. And there you can see some of the local cities, how we compare to them. Big difference, big difference. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. We've done this before. I will say this, that this November, I understand there's a measure on the ballot that's going to help redefine Prop 47, and it may help. Part of it redefines what a felony is. Part of it defines what a violent crime is. Part of it also kind of defines that petty theft law. So instead of someone committing a theft under $950 and then doing it again and again and again and again and being cited out for it like a traffic ticket, this is aimed to have the third offense be a felony if over $200 or $250. That'll help us. That'll help us. So look for that, and hopefully we can make some changes. We like to be good partners, and we have a lot of fundraisers ourselves, and these are some of the charities we donate to and partner with. Great partners for us, and we're happy to be a part of that. Our goals in 2020 are very similar to our goals in 2019. In 2019, one of our goals was to have a mental evaluation team stationed at Norwalk Station. That's a county-wide team. It took a little pushing and pulling. I carved out a space in our 1972 building to get them a station, or an office, I mean, and they promised me to get me 2 bodies, a deputy and a DMH clinician, and they made good on that promise. So now we have a mental health team in Norwalk Station to respond locally at the drop of a hat, and that's going to help. That's a big deal because that leaves patrol deputies in the field to do what they need to do. Those calls are important, but those calls are very, very, take a lot of time. They take a lot of time and a lot of effort, and we're constantly dealing with that, as you know, because you guys are out there and you see it every day. So they promised to give me 2 more in 2020. So that's my goal, is to add to that team and double it up for 2020. And with Sheriff Villanueva's commitment to both the mental health and the homeless issue, he commits to growing the homeless outreach services team, known as HOST, threefold. So he wants to increase it threefold. The host team has been an outstanding resource for Norwalk. We use it along the riverbed and in the city, and they provide services. It's a totally different approach than the policing I'm used to when I was a deputy sheriff. We've come a long way from those days. And it's important to reach out. They know these people by first names, and they know they're there to help them. They don't always take it. Sometimes it takes years, but they end up taking it most of the time. And it does take years. The host team will tell you that they're very proud of not ever having used force on any of those people and not one lawsuit. And that's a big deal. That's a really big deal. Their team is looked at as the nationwide model. And we've had Anaheim come and talk and look at our stuff because they had that issue along their riverbeds and a lot of other agencies. So look for some of that. They're there for us. We talked about a business watch last year. We got a little help with that. I'd like to see the business watch, similar to a neighborhood watch, grow. Know your business neighbor. But it was a great year for 2019, and I'm looking forward to the next. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Captain. I want to begin by, I have 22 years in law enforcement, and although the time has gone by very fast, it's not always been easy, so I definitely want to commend the captain for his 30 years in public service as a law enforcement official. And they have been amazing, amazing partners in helping us to meet our goals here in addressing public safety in the community. And I'm just very fortunate to be able to work with such an amazing team of deputies and the captain and Lieutenant Noe Garcia, my buddy over there. I know he doesn't like me to call him out. He's a little shy, but he's awesome. 2019 was a year of opportunity and growth. We focused on efforts that increased public safety measures, diversified and grew businesses, improved our streets and infrastructure, and expanded our community programming. We also made history, becoming the first in the state to launch a comprehensive Census 2020 campaign. This campaign featured bus and vehicle wraps, as well as a robust community outreach. If you don't already know about our Census 2020 efforts in the city of Norwalk and throughout California and the region, please become familiar with them. We have a lot riding on making sure that we all count. Hágase contar. Very, very important. So help us talk about it, help us do our community outreach, help us ensure that everyone in the city of Norwalk is counted. I want to begin by highlighting the measures we took to augment our public safety. As I mentioned, I am in law enforcement. I work for the LA School Police Department as a sergeant, and I've been in law enforcement for 22 years. So public safety is definitely one of my top priorities. This year, we focused on increasing resources that promoted safety among residents and businesses. For example, Norwalk launched its own Nixle account to provide updates on emergencies. For those that are not yet registered, here's how you can do it if you want to take a minute to do it. You text the number 888-777 and type 90650 in the message box, and you hit send. When you do that, you're going to receive regular updates, which helps you keep informed about what it is that's happening in the city of Norwalk and how it could potentially impact you or your neighborhood. So we have numerous examples on how we've augmented and increased and improved our public safety efforts in the city of Norwalk, but I'd like to share this video with you all to share some of those highlights.
Public safety has remained a crucial subject in Norwalk's effort to improve quality of life for our community. This year, we advanced this vision by expanding community partnerships, adding programming, and improving infrastructure that promotes pedestrian and traffic safety. Norwalk is able to move initiatives forward thanks to a strong department who is committed to the safety of the community. The Public Safety Department is supported by 27 public safety officers, 21 active reserve officers who have contributed over 4,000 hours of service, 35 cadets who participated in over 200 projects, including color guard presentations and the Explorer Academy, and 126 junior park rangers who graduated in the winter and summer sessions. Norwalk has been able to expand its community events to connect residents with the law enforcement and city officials. The city hosted 10 Coffee with a Cop events, which gave residents a chance to talk with law enforcement officers. We held 45 neighborhood watch meetings and 6 block parties to give the community an opportunity to connect with law enforcement and share concerns. The city also launched the Community Service Program for At Promise Youth to encourage positive life choices. Norwalk hosted a meet and greet and a town hall meeting for the Los Angeles Sheriff Department, Alex Villanueva, to get first-hand information on safety and security in the county. The city held numerous events for youth, including back-to-school shopping spree and uniform giveaway, and toy distributions to help families enjoy the holidays, and organized the first ring security camera distribution event. The city also moved forward with projects that promote pedestrian and traffic safety. In December 2019, Norwalk began installing 3,980 LED fixtures and streetlights throughout the community. The new LED streetlights provide more illumination, making neighborhoods and streets safer. The city also made improvements to sidewalks and street repaving, adding security for pedestrians and drivers. For example, on Foster Road from Studebaker Road to Pioneer Boulevard, improvements included new sidewalks, ADA-compliant ramps, and pedestrian lighting and traffic signal installation at the intersection of Foster Road and Jersey Avenue. Similarly, the city completed 2.8 miles of repaving of residential streets. Further, Norwalk finalized its plan for a 30-mile street rehabilitation program. Another aspect of neighborhood safety is the coexistence between residents and wildlife. On October 2019, the city adopted the Coyote Coexistence Management Plan, which addresses coyote presence and interactions with residents. Data submitted via the city's website will allow staff to identify hotspots for coyote sightings. Norwalk continues to hold public safety a top priority. Working with community partners and dedicated residents, it is our goal to make Norwalk a safe and prosperous city.
As you can see, we've been working really, really hard at establishing deep roots in our community and improving our community policing program. Norwalk officers and staff make an exceptional effort to improve the quality of life for all our residents, businesses, and stakeholders. The close relationships that we've established in the community foster open conversations, which is what we want. We want to draw our community in. Residents can voice their needs at different events throughout the city that we've had. For example, residents discussed their concerns regarding 2 aspects of neighborhood safety. The first was blight caused by illegal dumping, and the second, vehicular and pedestrian safety. To address illegal dumping, we produced a public service announcement highlighting the proper disposal of bulky waste and hosted 12 mini Mr. Sun events, where residents were able to dispose properly of bulky items to keep neighborhoods clean. And that's something that we're really working hard to do. We want Norwalk to shine. We want it to be clean. We want it to be beautiful. We want to be proud of what we see around us. Regarding vehicular and pedestrian safety, I'm happy to share that we've painted 128 crosswalks citywide, replaced 615 damaged or missing traffic and parking signs, and we've removed graffiti from over 9,370 locations. Pretty amazing, right? Norwalk is busy. One topic that many cities share in common regarding public safety and overall community well-being is assistance to those that are experiencing homelessness. Let's take a look at a short video regarding the city's efforts.
One topic affecting cities across California is homelessness. The City of Norwalk and its Department of Public Safety have taken an active approach to address homelessness and assist people experiencing homelessness by connecting them to much-needed resources. Norwalk established the Homeless Task Force, comprised of partnerships between our social services and public safety departments, the Los Angeles County Department of Public Works and Department of Mental Health, PATH, LASA, Jóvenes, Kingdom Causes, hospitals, and utility companies. These key partnerships resulted in a reduction of people experiencing homelessness from 262 to 200, according to data from LASA.
Now, this just provided a snippet of really the work that is going on in the city of Norwalk. And I want you all to know, if you haven't already heard, that we are actually recognized in the city of Norwalk throughout the region as having one of the most robust programs in addressing homelessness, transient activity, homeless encampments, including those individuals suffering with substance abuse and mental health illness. That's why when the captain mentioned this MET team that's coming with deputies that are specialized in addressing individuals that are suffering from mental health illness, it's really a really big deal. These efforts that you just witnessed show the commitment we have to safety and security of our residents. But we're not stopping there. In the coming year, we will complete the LED streetlight project to make sure our streets are brighter and safer, move forward on traffic street improvement projects along Rosecrans, Studebaker Road, and San Antonio Boulevard, increase engagement to our neighborhood block watch meetings by encouraging residents to utilize the online request form. And what that is it's an online request form, but we established that because we want to have more engagement from our residents. So we figured if a neighborhood watch block captain or a resident in that part of the neighborhood initiates an online submission and they want to hold a neighborhood watch in their neighborhood, it'll promote more activity and participation by their neighbors, their friends, their families. They actually take the lead in holding these meetings, and hopefully that will increase their participation because they're demonstrating not just initiative, but buy-in into the program. We're hosting more Coffee with a Cop and block party events. We're going to continue our efforts to keep our city clean by working with Athens Services. Thank you, Athens. To add additional, I heard somebody wanted to, Thank you, Athens. They're adding additional waste management trucks, and they're going to help us identify hot spots where illegal dumping takes place. Again, efforts to keep our city looking beautiful. Like the increase in safety and security measures, the city has also bolstered its efforts in community development. Karen shared some amazing information, and they are indeed a wonderful partner to have. And we're going to continue on this trend to bring businesses to Norwalk. That's our goal. That is our goal. But as Karen mentioned, we also want to support the businesses here in the city. They need our business. So now let me introduce to you our community development video.
Community development plays a pivotal role in revitalizing neighborhoods and introducing new businesses to the community. The same is true for community development in Norwalk, and 2019 proved to have tremendous activity. Starting with the economic development nodes, Norwalk celebrated the opening of several restaurants and one grocery store, including the Buffalo Spot, Don's Teriyaki, CC Pho, Panera Bread, the reopening of IHOP, and Grocery Outlet. For the California Youth Authority Economic Node, the city worked with local legislative offices to draft Assembly Bill 518, which would allow the city to purchase the California Youth Authority from the state by 2025. The city is master planning a transit-oriented community for the California Youth Authority. As part of the San Antonio Firestone Economic Node, Norwalk made major advancements in affordable housing by approving a 60-unit development for veterans, veterans and their families, and veterans who experience some level of homelessness. The development will be located on the southwest corner of San Antonio Drive and Foster Road. In addition to activity in the economic nodes, Norwalk has experienced a growth in businesses citywide. The city registered 206 new business licenses in 2019. Examples include the opening of Zen's Tea House, Stinking Crawfish, Dulce Canela, Katie Nails, Spoon Me Latin Delights, Sushi Joint, Culantro and Basil Pho Bistro, and Laura Beauty Hair Salon. Norwalk will continue building a drumbeat of success, bringing diverse businesses for residents to enjoy.
Another amazing video, if I must say so myself. One of the things that I want to point out in this video and in the previous one, if you notice, in the previous one, there was a lot of youth in the video. And, that is something that Norwalk takes pride in. We want to begin with our youth. We recognize that our youth are a promise for the future. They're not at risk. They are a promise. They are at promise for our future. And so we are very vested, and we invest in our youth because we recognize that they are the future. They are the future leaders. And they're the ones that we're looking and counting on to contribute back, to give back to the city of Norwalk. And as well in this video, you'll see families, you'll see residents, community connected, right? City of Norwalk, we have an amazing city. What makes it amazing is the people that live here, our youth, our families, our seniors, just amazing. So I'm so proud to be part of a connected community. Norwalk, amazing. So as you see, we've been very, very busy in the city of Norwalk, as well as our staff has been extremely busy. In our community development public counter, we assisted over 6,120 patrons, and that's not including our walk-ins. That's a lot of customer service, and we pride ourselves in our customer service. We're establishing an environment where businesses want to make Norwalk their home, and our efforts have been recognized. The LA County Economic Development Corporation recognized Norwalk as a finalist for the Most Business-Friendly City Award. And maybe next year we're going to take that award. Right? Yes, we can do it. Sí se puede. 2019 was certainly exciting for business growth, and we will carry those efforts to 2020 and beyond. This year, we anticipate the complete construction of Tacos Gavilan, which will feature a drive-through, complete construction of pickup sticks at the Norwalk Fitness Village, opening of Popeyes across from City Hall, development of some of you may like this one, microbrewery. Yes. La Jara Brewery, okay. A lot of excitement for that one. Meet you there. Advancement of housing developments, Mercy Housing, as mentioned in the video, condominium units on Blackburn Avenue, and work-live townhouses on San Antonio Drive by Brandywine Homes. We're also working to prepare the next generation of workforce and leaders by sharing information on existing resources in our community. For example, Cerritos College launched the Cerritos Complete Program, which provides 2 free years of community college, as well as assistance with career exploration, personalized schedules, and one-on-one counseling. This program truly provides students with upward mobility and serves as an encouragement for community service. Let's give them a round of applause. That's a big deal. That is a very big deal because education opens the doors for many, as it's probably done for many of us here present in the room. And so it's very, very important. I think it's just amazing the work that Cerritos College is doing, their staff, in making sure that our youth are ready for the future. Community programming is a staple in our city. Residents from Norwalk and even neighboring cities frequent our programming because of high quality and added value. And it's not just residents noticing our programs. This year, the California Park and Recreation Society awarded our Recreation and Park Services Department with 3 awards. 2 awards were given for the We Have project, a video that discusses sensitive topics that teens deal with on a daily basis, such as bullying, suicide, and peer pressure. The 3rd award was provided to a part-time staff for demonstrating outstanding contributions to the community with his leadership in the park fitness program. And as Karen mentioned in her speech today, these programs are free to the community, free. And I take a lot of pride in saying that because not other cities have the same level of programming that we have in the community here in Norwalk. A lot of people don't realize that. Those that do, the residents, enjoy it absolutely free. But at some point, they do cost something for the city. But we're happy to provide them for free to our residents. And that's why, as Karen mentioned, it's so important to support our local businesses and our tax base here in the city. So let's continue now with another video for you guys.
The City of Norwalk's Recreation and Park Services Department is known across the region for its exceptional services and programs to the community. Last year proved to be another successful year with facility enhancements at the parks and at the Norwalk Arts and Sports Complex. Additionally, the department has added many programs to give our youth an opportunity to create, play, and learn. Community members who frequent the weight room now have access to new state-of-the-art strength training machines. In June 2019, the Norwalk Arts and Sports Complex unveiled the new machines during a ribbon-cutting ceremony. In addition to providing the community with continuous exceptional programming, Norwalk has also served as a career path for many young adults. In the summer of 2019, the Recreation and Park Services Department began a mentorship program for recreation leaders. To further prepare the next generation of leaders, the Recreation and Park Services Department developed a summer internship program made possible through grants awarded by the Los Angeles County Arts Commission. Further, the city also distributed $5,500 in scholarships to high school seniors who volunteered a minimum of 50 hours of service through the Teen Alliance program. Like programming for young adults and the entire family, the city has a robust program for older adults through the Senior Center. Last year, Norwalk unveiled program enhancements to the Senior Nutrition Program. Additionally, the city added programming and services such as cardio drumming, hearing aid checks, and public safety workshops. Along with community programming, Norwalk has also advanced efforts for green open spaces. In September 2019, the city was notified it was one of 10 agencies nationwide to receive the National Recreation and Park Association's 10-minute walk to a park planning grant. Funds from the $40,000 grant will be utilized to a master plan for Hermosillo Park and Norwalk Park. The plan will reflect the community's needs and vision by including resident feedback from future community meetings. The Recreation and Park Services Department will continue to provide programming to improve the health and well-being of the Norwalk community.
Wow, pretty amazing what goes on in the city of Norwalk, right? We know how to have fun. This video is just a snippet of the first-rate and robust programming that encourages healthy communities, and I know all of us are about healthy communities, by either participating in class or simply enjoying the outdoors with your family, neighbors, and friends. Speaking of parks, we heard about them in the video. I'm happy to share that we planted 114 trees in parkways and over 1,940 trees during numerous tree planting projects. That's pretty amazing. Norwalk is doing its part in our carbon footprint for sure. In addition, we completed rehabilitation projects in our parks, such as the installation of water-smart irrigation systems. This year, residents and stakeholders will also see additional projects, such as the replacement of all wood floors inside the Norwalk Arts and Sports Complex, resurfacing of the pool deck at the Aquatic Pavilion, and if you have not visited our Aquatic Pavilion, it is beautiful, and the installation of field lights at Gertie's Park. These were just the highlights of 2019 and a sneak peek into 2020. Norwalk is ready. I hope that you'll continue to pay attention and learn about our efforts and share this with your friends and colleagues by taking the year in review that was placed on your chairs, as I mentioned before. That is this brochure right here. Again, thank you, staff, for implementing my vision for what this would look like, but really, that's just, I couldn't have done it without staff. So please, let's give them a round of applause. And we're about pretty close to closing our program, and I'm just so excited. I'm ready to share more. I don't want to leave. I'm really excited about everything that's going on. So I hope that you found that, or you'll find that the data shared with you today is informative, and we want you to help us spread the message that Norwalk is moving forward. Before we close, I ask that you join me for a round of applause for Ruben Cantu for providing us with today's amazing music. Thank you, Ruben. It was real. When I walked into the room, I felt more like dancing than holding a State of the City. I mean, I just got me in the mood to dance. Thank you, Ruben. And Norwalk Florist for the beautiful flower arrangements that you see. Before we conclude, like I've already mentioned, I want to thank all of you for your participation in today's event. Again, please help us to share our message in the city of Norwalk. We are growing, we are thriving, we are getting stronger, we are moving forward, and we have so much to offer in the city of Norwalk. To our staff who put this program together, thank you so much for all the work that you guys do. You're amazing. I so much enjoy working with you all. And to the DoubleTree, again, thank you. Everything looks beautiful in here. You did a great job. Thank you for having us host this event here. And with that concludes our State of the City. I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you so, so much.